Hello, my name is Ilona Gurjanova, and I'm a designer. I'm president of Estonian Association of Designers, also founder and organizer of Tallinn Design Festival, and founder of Estonian Design House, which is a shop and gallery. So, konnichiwa. I'm glad to make a short presentation of Estonian design to you. We will talk very shortly about Creative Estonia. We will explain why Japan. We show some pictures influenced by Estonia, and we will introduce you Estonian Association of Designers activities. So, Estonia is a rapidly developing design country. Smallness of the country is a disadvantage in the sense of almost non-existent internal market size, but it hasn't advantages as a test market. The smallness makes possible the fast movements in daily interactions and flexibility, which isn't realistic in case of big countries with large population. The small population pushes people to learn foreign languages, to interact, trade with foreign countries, altogether in a source of creativeness and innovation. There is no big industries left in the region. Not all of them cooperate with designers, which is a pity. Creative industries in Estonia represent about 3% of the nation's economy, and the creative industry sector is quite big. It's nearly 5% of employed, which is 30,600. And more than 9,000 companies and institutions, it means more than 11% of total are active in the creative economy sector or culture and creative industries. And now, why we are here today and why we are interested in cooperation with Japan. I myself have been in Japan 2 times with the purpose of introducing Estonian design to Japanese people. And what I found that Japanese and Estonians admire nature, that Estonians like Japanese aesthetics, it's clear. Japanese like Nordic, especially Finnish design and lifestyle. But Estonian design is similar to Scandinavian design. We have a lot of influence from there. Estonians like Japanese culture and lifestyle, architecture, design, music, and especially food. Japanese are humble and reliable. Though there are, of course, a lot of differences, but Estonian designers really would like to cooperate. Now, as we are not exporting only objects, we are also exporting culture. So I will make a very short overview about famous Estonians who have conquered the world. Probably you have seen James Bond movies with the spy camera. Yes, Minox camera was invented in Estonia in 1934. Then very innovative furniture factory, Luther, invented in 19th century already moisture-proof plywood, and they were first to start to bend plywood. Later it was popular also in Scandinavia and other countries. And well-known architect Louis Kahn, who emigrated to USA, is known for more of cultural people. And to prove that Estonia's identity is influenced by Finno-Ugric roots, you will see the visuals from our famous artists. Soviet times stole us 50 years of occupation by Russians, and design normally in normal way didn't exist, but there were a lot of good examples of unique design, and even some factories managed to produce quality products. So there are also some famous Estonian designers who have worked with your famous fashion designers, like Ragne Kikas made collection for Voji Yamamoto and worked in Japan for more than 7 years. And national inherited patents is very important because DNA of national patents is universal and independent of geographical location. Estonian national inheritance is very modern and used in designers' creations. For instance, one Swedish designer found in New York our national ornaments, and Gudrun Sjöden from Sweden, inspired by those national ornaments, made a collection which was very popular all over the world. So our association was created nearly 30 years ago. We are a non-profit organization representing 160 designers. And most of our activities are focused on raising the society's awareness of the efficiency of design, developing user-friendly environment, organizing competitions, seminars, workshops, exhibitions, giving Product Design Award Bruno from 2006, promoting and selling Estonian design. We have a shop and we have also e-shop. Culture export, international cooperation, activities through international design networks. We are participating in all kind of several international projects. Last one in which we are involved is called Human Cities for small and remote places. And one very important activity is organizing Tallinn Design Festival, Designi Öö, from 2006. This is a picture from our design house. Estonian Design House presents more than 120 Estonian design brands. The main shop is at Solaris Mall in Tallinn city center, and e-shop is called estoniandesignhouse.com. There are about 300 design-driven micro companies. There are, you know, probably that there are only 1.3 million inhabitants in Estonia. And main fields of activity of those micro companies and designers makers are lighting, interior fashion, and fashion accessories. Digital products and services are making big leap, especially in public sector. The international fame have been brought by startups, around 1,000, like Skype, Bolt, TransferWise, Verif. In 2019, Estonian startups generated nearly 400 million in turnover. I speak in euros. There are nearly 3,000 designers with a university degree, making one designer to every 800 citizens. Innovative, functional, elegant, minimalistic, user-friendly, ecological, witty. This is the trademark of Estonian design. Estonian designers with good craft skills demonstrate the successful combination of a rich visual heritage with the latest technologies and solutions of the 21st century with zero waste attitude. There are certain things to look for influencing the makers: materials, media, resources, the popular culture surrounding, who in turn has a visible impact on the surroundings of culture. The fashion industry is a sector of Estonian economy in which design is most involved and on everyday basis. In Estonian, high resilience and tenancy is certainly a feature in the design community, past and present. Things will be made even if I have to procure a strange material in a strange way to do it. Another feature is engaging with and pushing against deeply absorbed history and tradition, wrestling with it either comfortably or not, a willingness to experiment. So fashion accessories examples, felt slippers, popular in Japan also, leather bags, ceramics, all experiments with ceramics, with porcelain and concrete. The number of independent designers is growing in different fields of textiles, jewelry, ceramics, leather. Besides using new technological possibilities, they carry a strong local tradition of applied art and handicraft. Here is one example of sustainable design, red straws, ecological, timeless and long-lasting furnishing based on fairly traded materials, inspired by quality, craftsmanship, and relying on a normal sensibility. Felt cushions, a chicken, a collapsible chair, collapsible shelf, Estonian designers share a common denominator, a clear connection with the material world inspired by functionality. Estonians are very pragmatical in this means. Furniture examples, lighting, and also a lot of goods for children. And we are also organizing competition for children. And some industrial design examples which have got fame all over the world. Smart click and grow, and also objects for harbors, and also post of 21st century. Architecture can be a window to the country's past, present and future. Estonia is a must-see destination to anyone interested in European heritage, as Tallinn Old Town is one of the best preserved medieval cities in Europe and listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The historic buildings sit side by side with the bold and modern architecture, which has always been flexible and quick to adapt to the new. And there are several prefabricated small houses designed and produced in Estonia. One is this mirror house, and other is a smart house called Koda, which you can move to a new location in less than 1 day. And service design. Public sector is the biggest client for design, especially in service development processes. In cooperation with public sector and professional design organization, the basis design policy have been established in 2002. The government created an innovation team in 2018 to make Estonian public services more user-friendly and people-oriented in cooperation with ministries and sub-agencies. And what about our international exhibitions and export? Our association strives to boost cultural exchanges and present the achievements of Estonia as a rapidly developing design country through foreign exhibitions and pop-up shops. In doing so, the association creates network opportunities for Estonian product designers and production companies who want to reach the international arena. We have been in more than 20 countries. But what are the main export articles? Fashion accessories, leather bags, wallets, felt slippers, jewelry, scarves, fashion, ceramics, furniture, lighting, graphic product for children. Here you will see exhibitions from all over the world: Vienna, Milan, London, Brussels, Paris, Venice, Marseille. But now I will introduce Design Estonia, which was a brand made especially for Japan. We visited in 2018 interior fair, lifestyle living fair in Tokyo, and also made a pop-up shop in Yokohama. We presented more than 30 Estonian designers makers, and we were quite surprised to get so good and positive feedback. The only obstacle is, of course, the customs and the laws, which doesn't make export very easy. And several Japanese journals have been made stories about Estonian design and lifestyle, and you can read in Japanese. And our design festival is already 16 years old. Every September, we can host also Japanese companies or Japanese designers. And one important point, as the future of design is upcycling and sustainable design, Estonian makers are very environmentally conscious, and they make as much as possible local materials or recycle. And we have made such collection called Second Chance. We want to make a traveling exhibition with products which have second life. Here you see brushes made from Soviet email pots collected from scrap yards, or all kind of textile leftovers, or woolen Soviet blankets made for new coats. And here is also jewelry from broken Toyota glass, or jewelry from charcoal. And one American journalist, Michael Dumiak, have made a book called Woods and the Sea, Estonian Design and the Virtual Frontier. And this will give you overview about Estonian designers, not so much Estonian design, but about the designers. Arigato, and we'll be glad to cooperate with Japanese companies. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ilona. How many wonderful designs and pieces. We have really so much creativity in Estonia. Tell me, how do you see the cooperation between Japan and our creative industry happening?
Thank you. I should say that we already have some representatives of Estonian design in Japan. They are really felt in love with our creativity, and they try to distribute some of our products there already. But as we are a non-profit organization, we are exporting also culture, not only nice design products. So there could be several options, and we have done it with other countries also. We exchange, for instance, the location of exhibitions. For instance, we propose some nice place for Japan design here in Tallinn, and vice versa. We expect to have something back in Japan to a place where you can show our things, and also pop-up shop. And of course, we are trying to find buyers. We are trying to find distributors. We are trying to find partners. So as we are a cultural organization, it gives so many other options to cooperate. It's not business, because we are not business people. We want to have, of course, money to invest in cultural projects, but we would like to have partner who admire culture, and who wants to cooperate. I know projects where Estonian and, not Estonian, Japanese designers co-work with other foreign designers and get very good results. Yes, there are very many different attitudes in designing things also. So we want to combine business with culture and having a good partner which is willing to cooperate with us.
I very much hope that this will happen between Estonia and Japan.
Yeah, we hope also.
Thank you.
Thank you.